Okay, why am I echoing? Why am I echoing? Okay, why am I echoing? Fixed it.
That was me, I think.
No, I didn't turn my volume off on YouTube.
Yeah, when he's got the timer on, it doesn't allow you to turn it off until he starts it.
I just did.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios.
I don't know how YouTube
it's
works.
the Ken Stout live show, featuring the Zoom Home Live Show, produced by LK Productions.
You know, I've never had my YouTube going when Ken goes live. That way to echo. Wonder if I should break the streak. Look at him laugh.
What you got to do is start YouTube and hit the speaker, and it'll echo. So let me give some shout outs over in the YouTube real quick. Jim likes the thumbnail. Let's see. I need to go back over here to the studio, I think. Yep, Tony Wallow was first. Greg Guy was second. Jim was third. He says the thumbnail is funny. That's why I used it. Bloody hell, Robert Michael was fourth. 1, 2, 3, fourth. John Aloy Sr. says he thought he was fourth, but in my counting, Tony Wallow, Greg Guy, Jim, Robert Michael, John, you were fifth. Rick Lakes was sixth. Crick Scarrett was seventh. Bob Whatchamacallit says he likes the thumbnail. Appreciate that, you guys. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Jim. B.H. Ringer was whatever the next number is in succession. And I think that's everybody, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah. Oh, Kenny Witten just joined us. Hi, Kenny. Good to see him. I'm going to switch this back over to there. I could be like Doug and pop this out and pop that out and move this over here. That would get so confusing. So, anyway. Good evening to Greg.
4, 3.
What's Robert doing?
I was playing Doug. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
He's probably watching tonight. Chris Garrett joins us. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
Good to see everybody. I made it home safe and sound. Didn't slide one time. Coming back, I did go, and one of them was intentional. One of them wasn't. Roads aren't too bad. There's pretty good tire tracks. In fact, the roads in Johnson County, the next county down, they're just wet. Go figure. You get into Indianapolis area, and they're snow covered still. So I think we dodged a big bullet. I think they over predicted it. And I'm glad of that. Now, the one news I did watch tonight said it might wrap back around and come back out of the east. And yeah. I've always heard if anything comes out of the east that it's not ever good. So we will see.
I wake up tomorrow morning and have a foot of snow.
Well, it's possible, yeah. I know the initial, they said 3 to 6 inches, and the snow's actually moved off. I checked the radar a while ago, and it's moved on. So if it does wrap back around, yeah, there's a good possibility there could be every bit of a foot. So we'll see. I realized tonight I have a dilemma for Saturday night. Mrs. K is working till 10, and we always go to midnight mass on Christmas Eve, and that's at midnight, obviously. What are you laughing about? Anyway, so I'm either going to have to do a real short stream before I go pick her up, or do a real short stream while she's getting changed, or there won't be a stream, and I haven't quite figured that out yet. I'll get it worked out.
How do we hear?
Chris has got something going on, a walkie-talkie or a scanner or something.
Scanner, I turned it down.
How's your weather, Chris?
It's actually not that cold, but it's supposed to get cold tomorrow.
Well, since you have all the weather apps, can you show us a map of the states right now and where the storms and stuff are at?
Hold on.
I think we might hit 20 below or maybe 25 below tonight with 40 below wind chills. That's the threat at least.
We were 2 degrees when we got home. That's what it
It's
was.
13 below. Yeah, we are gonna hit 40 below tonight. It's not gonna stay where it's 34 now. Yeah, we'll hit 40 by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
I plan on being sound asleep.
It's amazing that they can supply this much power to keep everybody going.
Yeah, we are 1 degree right now, and according to this, snow is falling again heavily. So I'll have to go out and check that out in a minute. So yeah, see, Indianapolis is clear. I don't know where the snowfall's coming from.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah, it looks like Sheridan's still getting a little bit. Looks like Tennessee might be getting a little bit still.
No, I think Sheridan's. I don't know.
Inconceivable.
See, we getting that rain, that little bit of rain right there.
Yeah, Alex said it was snowing there earlier today. Rick, you just look cold. You don't have any snow, but it looks cold up there.
It is cold. 13 below air temperature, but with wind chills, we're 33 below.
Yeah, I don't. The weather app says we've got snow right now, and there's no snow there.
Well, it looks like all that might be gonna move in. Some of that right there is gonna be moving in.
Possible. I don't see what the guy I watched on local weather said though. I don't see it wrapping back around, so that's good. Pretty happy about that. Saw BH Ringer joined us. Evening. I got your
Evening.
email. Very, very cool. Thank you. I liked it. That was nice.
They're nice coins, eh?
Very nice. Yes. Very nice. So I'm surprised Alex hadn't joined us. He's got a printer dilemma right now. Been working on it literally all day long. He's just too stubborn to get modern 2022 programs or whatever software.
Yeah, I got a lot of people around here. They still run programs that are 10 years old, and I told them to throw it away. He said, "No, my life is in there. I've got to use it." Well, they don't come call me if something breaks and you don't want to fix it because I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I only deal with things that are 3 years old and no older than that. So she said, "Well, then you know where the door is." Like, yep, I do.
Look,
I
I'm gonna
left.
mute my mic for 1 second on Zoom. YouTube should still be able to hear me. Hey Alexa, set
I'm
the
getting a
volume to
spinning
10.
circle on YouTube.
I'm not.
You're seeing a
Am I
spinning
the right-
circle on
am I the right
YouTube?
one?
Well, I mean, trying to get into yours. Sometimes I have a hard time getting into there. It finally got there.
Yeah, 1222. Yeah, it's the same.
I don't know why.
Whoops.
Sometimes it takes.
I didn't know you could pause a live video, but I just did.
So I put in the
Ugh.
description that
You
there's
must
a
be
s-
making a hell of a martini.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. Inconceivable. So
That's
I have
the-
a super surprise announcement, and I will put it to good use. Hey Alexa, how long does it take to make a martini?
It takes 12.5 minutes to make martini.
12.5 minutes. Okay. So now we
Well,
know
that's right in
Jim's
the middle of
programmed
what you
Alexa.
said.
Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of minus 11 degrees.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or
Oof,
not.
minus 11 for your area. That's
Yeah,
cold.
It's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
So Mrs. K wanted it set up, so Alex and I set it up today. And one of the first things I did is I proved him wrong. Well,
He won't like that.
I went over better than I thought it would, to be honest. Alexa, turn the volume down to 8.
So, in other words, you didn't have to put an app on your phone?
Oh no, I had to put the stupid app on my phone.
Oh, okay.
That took an hour, and not because of any connection problems, because I just didn't understand what it was wanting, and I'm trying to read. I've got this voice in my head, not my voice, by the way. I kept hearing for the 18th time, and I finally got it. So now the question is, can I delete the app because this is connected to our Wi-Fi? I don't need the app anymore. when we got home, Mrs. K is able to say, "Hey, Alexa," recognizes her voice too, so it's good.
Yeah, when
Yeah, you only need it if you have to reset it up again.
Good. I
You
will
shouldn't
delete
need
the
to
app
unless
then.
he loses power or something.
reminds me, I have a friend here who's a retired IT guy, and he had a Alexa set up not long after it first came out, and he used to host our card parties at his place playing poker or whatever.
Right.
And we'd go over there and sit around somebody and say, Alexa, kiss my ass, and simply to see what it would do. And you get something like, I don't understand that, or unable to
Yeah.
respond, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever trust an Alexa or an Echo Dot because they have a tendency to accidentally call the police department or fire department.
Well,
It's
the
happened
first
here once. Police
time
showed
that
up and said, I
happens,
never called you.
the
You
first
have an
time it
Alexa?
happens, that gets unplugged and it'll go on a shelf. So, you know what I don't get is they say it's not listening, but if you say, "Hey Alexa,"
It always
It's
is because
listening.
it has a microphone.
right?
It's always listening.
So, if,
Well, it's got to be listening at
I'm
least
full of
for the
festive
first
cheer,
command.
as it's the most wonderful
No,
time
it
of the
listens
year.
all the time.
He listens all the time.
Well, it
And
may
if you
be
enjoy these
listening, but is it
celebrations,
keeping track
add
of
some
what it
holiday
hears or not?
decorations to our
Alexa, stop.
conversations.
That's the real question. I mean, it has to listen or it couldn't respond to when you say, "Hey Alexa."
right, and it just started on something. I don't know what it was doing.
We will never know the truth about that.
Probably not.
No.
Oh, sure, you had to put the trash bins out.
Sure, Amazon is,
Although
like,
we verified it takes 12.5 minutes to make a good martini.
Doesn't take me 12.5 minutes to make mine.
I asked my Alexa and it says that's what it takes. I'm just saying.
sure there's
Hey
no
Alexa, how long does it take Jim to make a martini?
From epicurious.com. Stir well,
Alexa,
about 30
stop.
seconds, then strain into
Stop.
martini glass.
Yeah, be careful what you ask.
Yes.
Well, it's
They'll give you the whole dictionary if you let it.
we've tested the alarm. It works pretty good. We've tested it with music. That works pretty good. And that was the two main things she wanted. So hopefully when I move it into that other room, it doesn't just unplugging it and plugging it back in, it reconnects and we'll be good. Otherwise, I got to go through the whole thing again. I don't look forward to that. I don't have any update on Mike at all. I have no update on Sean at all. Pretty quiet
Well,
day.
I don't feel so bad about Sean. I mean, I feel bad that he's going through what he's going through, but I'm happy that you found out his mother is.
Yeah. Yes, John says,
Look
you
after
know it,
things.
John Aloy says, it's listening. Well, of course it's listening.
Has to, because it works all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when you ask the temperature outside, you woke mine up.
Sorry about that.
I actually am not joking.
I read someplace on the Echo Dot that you can modify the wake up thing. Instead of saying, "Hey Alexa," you could say, "Hey Steve," or whatever. What you ought to do in your case is say, "Hey Lorna."
Yeah. I'll look into some things.
Sorry, I'm very old school. I'm not into all of this stuff. I don't like listening devices in my house.
You could change it to "Hey dumb shit."
I can think of a few things I could set it to. I was wondering why Alex hadn't joined us, because I want him to run his issue past you guys and see what you think.
Send it to Joshy and PA.
Did you see what fixed my issue?
I have not. I thought I would let you do that.
Oh, I'm talking about I put it in chat earlier when you asked what
Yeah,
was
I
it.
seen it. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there waiting on her.
What, you just reset your router?
Yeah, and nothing's been changed on it since the day they come. Put it in.
All right.
All of a sudden, Fire Sticks and smart TVs quit working.
Huh.
Not connect wired, guest, or regular networking. So that showed it was connected. It was given an IP address, but would not work.
I took a pretty funny picture today at Walmart. In the spice aisle, there's a brand of spices called Kinder's, I believe it was. And I'm going to separate the N and the D, and I'm going to add one word to it. I'll do that in DaVinci Resolve one day next week. When I'd never seen it until today. She wanted a specific garlic powder, and I couldn't find it. And I was about to give up hope when I seen that. I took that picture, and right below it was the garlic powder she wanted. So I guess that was a sign.
Mrs. K working today?
Yeah, she's home now.
Okay, I gotta say, she worked 16 yesterday, didn't she say?
Yes, she did. And she works one day next week, 16. I don't remember what day it is. Thursday, I think, maybe. I don't know.
She got off at 6 this morning and went back in at 2.
Yep.
I thought they were going to stop that.
Well, Chris, their little 2-week experiment didn't work, so they either have to run it short or they have to allow people to come in and work. So yeah, next Friday she's working 16 and then she's off the weekend. So that's pretty good. I know she's going to get called Sunday because they don't have anybody staff to work. So
Now, you mean Sunday Christmas or Sunday New Year's?
Sunday, probably both. For sure Sunday Christmas. She took the day off.
There's a lot of people in my building here that are working Christmas Day, the day before New Year's, and after New Year's. These people never take a day off all year. They insist they get paid every single day, which sometimes they don't, but they work consistently 365 days a year.
That's what works 24/7, 365. Insurance.
Yeah, they refuse to take a day off, and if they're asked to, they quit that job and they go to another one so they can keep working. And now where they're at now, they haven't had a day off since last year. And she loves it. She's absolutely in love with work, and that's what she wants to do.
Yeah, what kind of work you talking about, Rick?
Oh, she works at the hospital.
Okay.
She kind of does a little bit of everything, so that's why she doesn't want to take a day off. She takes a day off, she falls behind. And she wants no one else to do what she does, so she's taking on 5 jobs for one person.
Damn.
Sometimes she's maintenance, sometimes she's this, sometimes she's a clerk or wherever she's needed. She does it. But she loves not having a day off. She doesn't really like taking days off because she gets bored.
Hope she's actually
never gets bored at work.
Those days.
She never gets bored at work. She's constantly busy.
Is she Filipino?
No, she's an American.
Wow.
She moved from Tennessee up to Minnesota here about 5 years ago. She's lived here in this building for about the last 3 years and working every day. I said, how can you stand that? I don't want to sit at home like everybody else does in front of a TV. Good point.
Yeah.
Ken will appreciate what I'm about to say. On my phone, when I watch YouTube on the phone, you get all of these ads in between some of the videos. And several of them have started popping up about trying to find dates. I'm not really interested in doing that. But I've gone through one of them, and there's a survey that purports to figure out which is the best dating site for you.
Oh, God.
Grinder for you.
And I've gone through this thing several times, and I've answered the questions as many different ways as I can. I never actually sign up. I just go to the point where it recommends one. And every time it recommends that I go to the Asian Honeys site. No matter how I answer the questions. It's funny.
It's a new channel, by the way.
Why all of a sudden am I thinking of Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Never give those guys your email.
No, I never fill out anything past the initial questions, but I spent a long time. The first time I went through, I was just curious to what it was going to say, and it recommends this one. Then I think, well, what if I answer it another way? I did it again and answered them completely differently. Recommends the same site. changed it yet again. And so it's just a front to take you to this one site.
Yeah.
How
Well,
is
Alex,
everybody?
Pretty
Yeah,
good. You
it's-
get your printer fixed that you've been
Alex.
working on for the last 10 hours?
Sort of.
So,
First off, it's not a printer. It's not anything to do with the printer driver, or the printer software, or anything. What it's to do with is that crappy print shop software my mom uses to print the church bulletins, and she can't seem to get away with anything else. I wasn't able to get that software to
It's just
like that software. We got it like it's supposed to be designed for Windows 10, but apparently
from the 90s.
no, it's supposed to be designed for Windows 10. I got it like 2 or 3 years ago. It's supposed to be designed for Windows 10. It's been working fine for the last year or two, as long as we've had it. But,
well, if it's 3 years old, I'd be looking for something new.
that's what I've been trying to explain to my mom, because she uses this piece of software every week for the church stuff. But the deal is she just finished the bulletins for Sunday, which is Christmas Day, and went to print them off, and it shows you the print preview on the right hand side before you click print. Well, all of her pictures, all of her graphics that she had, all the words that she had written that were actually like a picture were gone. It was just a straight plain text. Well, long story short, come to find out, what was causing that was a Windows update. But there's another part to this story too. Once I uninstalled the Windows update and got the pictures back on the print preview, it still failed to actually print through the actual software. So I had to, instead of selecting the actual printer, I had to select the Microsoft Print to PDF, save it as a PDF file, then open up the PDF file, and then print the PDF file. That's how I was able to get the bulletins for this Sunday printed off. But long story short, she still needs to find a new piece of software, because I'm not going to not install the security updates, no matter what she says, just because she seems to think that Microsoft will find a fix. We'll release a security update that will fix this issue, but I told her Microsoft is not going to release a fix just for a 3 or 4 year old piece of software. And the irony of this whole thing is she had another piece of software that she was using on Windows 7 called Print Artist that still works on Windows 10, but it still works on Windows 10, but it was originally designed for Windows 7. It was when she first opened it, it gives her an error, like a big long error code or something that I've never been able to figure out. And I've looked through Google and all that and never been able to figure it out. So I decided to upgrade her to the print shop software she's using. But the irony of the whole thing is they're both really shitty. Even though I'm running now, granted, my computer is an i7, a 9th generation i7. Hers is an 8th generation i5, and running this print shop software, this print shop software is so slow. You would think we'd be running this software on a Intel Cool 2 Duo from 10 years ago.
Is there any software available that does just what she needs it for, like make the bulletins?
Well, the official title, I guess you'd say, for the software, but no software is specifically designed just for her to do the bulletins. What she needs is what's called a desktop publishing software, which allows you to do like newsletters and brochures and stuff like that.
You know, I can't believe that there's not software out there specifically to do bulletins.
And she
It ought
does.
to be-
There is.
There
Post
is.
office.
It's called Publisher. But guess
No,
what?
there's at least 6 others out there that are cheaper than that. You can get them for free that'll do the same thing that your mom wants. I just forget the name of them because I haven't seen them for a year or two.
When I
Well,
did
I-
the bulletins for our church, it was just on Microsoft Word.
You know,
It was set up a certain way. and I
using
just went in
Microsoft
and
Word is an
Yeah,
issue
use
all
right
on its
template.
own.
I didn't have to do much. I just had to go in and just basically change the date, maybe add a little few things. It was already formatted like it needed to be.
Yeah, I'll go to LibreOffice or that other one before I do Microsoft Word.
Well, I found one. I know there's web-based things, that you can either pay for, you can use them for free, but she ain't gonna pay no monthly fee for it. So I found one. It's like $40. It's a one-time payment, perpetual license, and I installed that. It's got on her machine. It's got a 30-day free trial, so she can try that out.
Can the
And-
church pay for that software?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's a one-time thing, say less than $100, and it lasts several years, that ought to be worth doing, I would think.
Well, this one this one that I found has a 30-day free trial, and it's a one-time $40 charge. So I thought, might as well go ahead and install that. See if she.
Well, here I'm
Right.
looking, I see a thing that says Church Service Bulletin folded. Template for Microsoft Office.
But see, she found a tutorial on how to use Microsoft Publisher and tried to use it because it's already on the machine when you install Microsoft Office, But she don't like Microsoft. She don't like Publisher.
Well, here's one just for Office.
Ours was doing
Don't know if it's any good. I mean, probably limited as to what it's going to look like.
The short of this is she don't want to learn nothing else, and she may have to click one or two more times to do something the same thing she used to do in one click. So it's like I'm trying to find a needle in a haystack here, trying to
Well,
find a software
Let me
that
get
she.
something
You
here.
can't keep doing the same stuff for 30 years in software. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But good luck to finding her something she can live with.
The template looks pretty good. I just opened it in Word.
Yeah.
I think that might be done in Word. See how well it's the picture. I don't know what they use, but
Well, sometimes
Well,
those
it is
things
right
come
here.
pre-printed.
You can put your own picture in it.
yeah,
And I'm in the doc. I downloaded the one template that I think that Jeff's talking about.
You can give me $5,000, I still wouldn't use Word.
Well, you're the minority because the world uses Word.
this was on the church's computer when I used to
No,
do
Gary,
it.
I know a
It was
couple of thousand people
Celeron.
that don't.
I know a couple
Now
of
I know
billion to
there's 10
do.
million people that do. Why pay attention to people that don't?
Exactly.
Pretty much personal choices in that.
I'm not fond of Word, but it's there. And to be proficient in Word, you have to learn and understand styles. That's one thing I never did. If I ever went back to work, I would probably put some effort into learning that. But I don't do anything that
And then-
in my retirement. So
And another thing, if you look up this print shop software, there's like a lot of forum posts and like Microsoft and then like the actual software, their actual format itself, and there's nothing, I can't find nothing but complaints about how it don't work with this, it don't work with that.
Is there another church in town that has bulletins? You might ask what they're using.
Yes. We've got that's one thing we've got a lot of here is we've got a lot of churches in this small town.
Or don't you have a sister temple or sister church someplace else that, another one that your minister talks to? Say, hey, what do you guys use?
Well, we don't necessarily talk to the others because as missionary Baptists, we're all in all the churches are independent. It's not like a Methodist where they all are interconnected or Catholic.
You're not allowed to talk to another missionary Baptist church. I mean, like, you go to down there if you do or something.
Yes, we can talk to them, but you know what I mean. It's not official. Quote
No, but you call them and say, "Hey, Bill, what you guys use over there for your bulletin?" And say, "I don't know. Let you talk to Linda. She'll tell you."
It's one thing I remember from living in the South. I lived in a fairly big place, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which was around 30,000. I know that's not a huge place, but you could go out in the country and drive around places. And you could be driving down the road. And here's a little thing called Sinking Springs Baptist Church, for example. Drive down the road another mile and you see Sinking Springs Baptist Church Reformed. And the congregation split over some fine point in doctrine. And I mean, that's their right to do that, but you see a lot of that. And I'm not trying to pick on the Baptists. Others would do the same kinds of things. But it's just that's very common in the South.
Well, kind of like temples, Reformed, Conservative, and Orthodox.
Yeah. Well, one of the places I worked out here, one of the ladies who worked there was a rabbi in the Reformed branch.
I tried to get that picture on my thing, if anybody can see it. I'm going to see if who can figure the answer out. What you're missing is two 50-meter poles on each side.
I've seen that one. I know the answer, so I won't say anything.
I bet you do. You know the answer? I know you can. I know you can figure it out. But with that one, it's a trick question.
Yeah, I think I got the answer, but I won't say right now.
Yeah, the two poles are 50 meters tall.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to know how far apart the poles are.
Hang on, Gary.
Sounds like a lot of math. I'm not good at math.
They're 0 apart.
Exactly.
What is that for?
It's just a math question on some kind of a test someplace.
Or actually, it's a logic question.
Interview test, wasn't it?
Yep. Well, Amazon used it. My mom used it. My dad used it. Different places. It's a logic question because if you're 80 meters from a 50-meter thing, and half is 40. So that are touching each other.
Right, because the bottom of it is 10 above the ground and the poles are 50 feet. If you see it right away. If you don't see it, you just don't see it.
Exactly. You try to get all the math along with hyperbolic cosine, and you'll forget it. It doesn't work. But now put it at 20 meters above the ground, figure it out. And it does work out if you do that. But it takes about 15 minutes of math.
Reminds me, I took a class it was called Symbolic Logic.
Oh, goodness,
and it was taught in the philosophy department. But it's actually an algebra class of sorts.
That's what I thought.
And there were a whole bunch of rules. Once you got your equations translated into algebra symbols, then it was just a very simple algebra problem once you learned what the rules were. But the hard part was translating words into what the symbols were. And in most college classes, they have a thing called a bell curve that you expect the grades to be distributed as. Few A's, few F's, a few more B's and D's, and a lot of C's in the middle. This type of class had an inverted bell curve. Hardly any A's or F's. Well, I mean, and it was just you either got it or you didn't.
Exactly.
I'm going to eat. Lorna made me a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. I'm going to leave the stream running and let you guys go ahead and continue talking. I will be here.
What?
Did you get enough for everybody?
Yeah.
I'll ask her. I can probably tell you the answer is what?
Yeah, I was going to make biscuits tonight, but then I ran out of time because it was like 9:50. It's like, no, I don't got time. I'll have to
I
do it
was-
tomorrow.
Ate leftovers last night. I went to El Pollo Loco, a little Mexican place here. Had a coupon. Got a 3-piece meal with sides, with tax and everything. It was $7.59, and it was enough to make 2 meals out of. So, had half of it last night and half tonight. Not bad.
Yesterday, after I was on Doug's lunch, then I went to lunch from 1 to 3. We had lamb kibbe, and then I went to a check to see how my PSA levels and my different other cancer checking, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And I made the comment to the guy, at least she could give me. No, he didn't like what I said next. You know, if you're gonna put one glove on, you can put 2 on and make it
All right, that got a laugh out of me.
Yep.
And then after that, I went and got shot in each knee for my bad knees.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
people
hoping I
say
don't
when
have
I
to
get
start
that
doing
cortisone
that. I've
shot in
got-
my back, they say, "Don't that hurt?" You don't feel it.
Now, this one they did. They hit a nerve.
Oh,
Not good.
They put cortisone in it, then tramadol, and then some kind of gel, chicken liver or some stuff.
I haven't started any of that yet, but I've got 2 knees that are going south on me.
Well, he wants to put one in for sure. The left side, the right is can wait.
I put a link for Alex to church board. He might could try that if he hadn't tried it.
After I'd complained I had a little swelling above my knees, my general practitioner sent me for x-rays. And then I had a phone appointment with him after that. He asked me if my knees hurt, and I said, no, I'm not having any pain. I just had a little swelling.
Oh,
He said,
yeah,
well,
Canva.com.
if you had pain commensurate with what I'm seeing on the x-rays, you would need knee replacements right away. And I said, oh, thanks a lot.
Well, I have pain, but about once
feel
every
a
3
little
weeks.
pressure sometimes, but no pain.
My left knee, you can hear it when I walk. It sounds like a mechanical knee.
Yep. So if I live long enough, I'll have to do something. But I'm gonna wait a while. I'm not gonna start doing the shots and whatever in the knee. Once you start those, you can just never get away from them.
No, that's
But I'll do the replacement when the time comes.
yeah. That's putting the replacement up. I mean, I just don't want to take the time off.
No, I know what you mean. And I can't take pain medicine for it. My father's family, we have a long history of being sensitive to anti-inflammatory drugs. An anti-inflammatory drug for arthritis killed my father's bone marrow, and that's what caused him to die. And his older brother had a similar episode, except when he quit taking the stuff, his marrow function returned. And I've already had one reaction to an anti-inflammatory when, in the mid 80s. So only anti-inflammatory I can take that doesn't bother me is aspirin. And you take a whole lot of that, and then you're thinning your blood more than you want to, perhaps.
You can't take Tylenol, or
Well, I can take Tylenol, but it just doesn't do anything for me. It's not, and it's pain. It's not anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it just kind of is what it is. When the time comes, I'll get the knee replacement if I have to.
well, it's official. Arkansas is now freaking out because of all the snow and ice and
Well,
rain and
When you get
And
that
once
far
again-
south, when you start to get snow and ice, like when I went to Tennessee, when I was there for all that time, you get enough snow and ice, and everybody is not accustomed to driving in it. Although it's worse out here in Las Vegas.
the
You
good
get any
news
ice or
is
something on the roads here, and hell, you may as well stay home.
at least everybody there keeps a warm white blanket in a trunk in case they need it.
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think according to the forecast there's gonna be any more rain, and while it's this cold, and by Wednesday it's supposed to be a whopping 60 degrees.
Yeah, well, Hey, tell everybody else is getting cold and snowing right now. We're actually warming up here in Vegas. So
I might put him in the waiting room.
I knew Ken was going to say that.
Alex, I invite you to come up here anytime you want to in January. You'll love it here at 25 below.
The hell with that. I know.
I'll show you what cold is.
If
Now,
you
every
get to
time I-
minus 40, then it's the same on either Fahrenheit or Celsius.
You know, every time I hear him talking about the weather, how cold everybody else thinks the weather is, that's the first thing I think of is, oh, poor Rick in Minnesota is negative 20 something.
Yeah, we're
Right
supposed
now,
to
the
be
warmest it's
33
gonna
below
be.
with the wind chills tonight.
Right now, it's the warmest it's gonna be for about 2 days probably. Because it's 49 outside, 48 outside.
Oh,
It's
Chris, I
dropping
wish I
really.
had 49 degrees. I really do.
Well, it's gonna get colder. Not as cold as it is.
Yeah, I
where
was
you
gonna
are,
say not
but
as cold as us. We beat everybody, but Canada beats us because they get down to 60 below. We don't get that cold, but
So
we
does
do get
Alaska.
cold.
So does Alaska. So
Well,
does
we
Alaska.
That's what I was
have
just saying.
wind-
Alaska and Canada, they get cold, but not as cold as us. Ugh.
well, with our wind
Or
chill,
they
you
get
don't
colder.
feel that cold if the wind gets up.
Yeah, that's what's
It's
killing
that-
us right now is the wind. We got a 40-mile-an-hour wind outside, and it's just driving the temperature down.
Right now, my weather app says it's 10 degrees,
We're
Well, Gary,
55 right now.
but it feels like -4. 10 degrees and feels like -4. Tomorrow is supposed to be
Yeah,
it's
still
supposed to be
13 degrees. I think we bottomed out. I think we hit our nighttime low, 13 below.
Yep.
But it really feels like
Tomorrow
33,
they said
33 below.
3 in the afternoon, we're supposed to be at 7 degrees.
Doggone, Alex, you're gonna be down to 5 degrees.
Well,
tomorrow.
Gary, when you go to get your knees done, there's 2 ways to
Good
do that.
gracious.
I don't understand the
You're not
difference.
gonna get above 20 tomorrow. Well, 20 the highest.
No, 23 is the high, 14 is the low. And Saturday,
This says 20, but
Saturday it's a little better. The high Saturday is supposed to be 36, low is 20.
Well, we could all go to Arizona next for the 24th to the 26th. They're in the 70s.
and I heard it's gonna be 70s here by next weekend.
If we all go to Arizona, you think Studio A or Studio B can hold us all?
That's not where I'd go. I don't know. I'd go to Tucson. I was there once. I like Tucson.
I just made an interesting discovery that when you have on white pants, it's not good to drip tomato soup on it because it looks just like blood.
Yep.
No comment.
See, it's going next Friday the 30th. I'll be back up in the 60s, 72, the 30.
For us, the 60 temperatures start on my mom's birthday, which is Wednesday, the 28th.
Yeah, the problem we have right now and tomorrow is going to be the wind at 20 to 30 miles an hour. Or 24 right now. And for the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, high winds. I don't think I'm going to step outside till after New Year's. It's just too damn cold. I mean, even 3 above, it's going to feel like 20 below because it's going to be windy.
There's sometimes that I don't go outside for a whole week.
The winter here can keep us trapped inside for almost 2 weeks straight. Starting the end of this month into the end of January, we'll be inside for at least 20 days. All 200 some people in this building. Unless you have to work, they'll go out. But the people that don't have to work, we're advised to stay in for the next 21 days.
Hey, you can get away with it. Go for
Too
it.
damn cold.
Employees in Michigan that work at factories treated like school because there's snow and they get it off. but they got tomorrow off.
See,
With
even
that-
even in this weather, the school district up here has gotten smart, and they shut down the schools until we start getting back up into the 20s. Which
We
will be
haven't had a
till the
school.
27th, and then we get to 34. So we'll have school for a week, and then after that, they're going to shut it down again.
So I ordered a package on Saturday, this past Saturday, and when it's still not, it was originally supposed to be delivered on Tuesday. Well, it's Thursday, and it's still not delivered. And Amazon is saying we're sorry, your package is late. Please contact Amazon for the next steps. Or do you think they will? Do you think
You
I'll
really
have to?
think they're sorry, or they're just saying that? I think they're just saying that. They don't want to admit that they lost it.
Well, or that it's just running late.
Yeah, because it shows the last update was at almost 7 o'clock, and it shows it being in Little Rock, so it's not.
Yeah, well, they've done that to me. They said delivered. And when I called them, they said, well, actually, it got delivered, but they lost before it got there. Like, well, then why did it say it delivered? It's the law. Their computers have to say it's delivered whether they have it or not. Yeah, but they have to have that little dingy thing, and they zip the code things. They not always.
Aria
Okay.
has Whole Foods delivery now free. It's part of Amazon.
Well, what I'm asking is, will it still up? Will maybe tomorrow will it have updated updated?
So you didn't get your fruitcake today?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Oh, let's all have a moment of joy. And I just
think
stepped
they're doing you a
outside
favor.
while I was getting my coffee, and
They're
don't think
doing
it's-
you a favor, Alex.
I don't think it's
There's
truly
two,
snowing.
there's
I think
two
it's just the
things,
snow.
according to Hoyle, that will survive the nuclear war: cockroaches and
fruitcake.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Keith
real.
Richards.
But my question: What do you think it'll be updated tomorrow, or do you think they really lost it? And I need to call.
Are you supposed to get it today, Alex?
Originally, it was supposed to be shipped. It was
Well,
supposed to be
shipped and delivered are two different things. Which one you talking about?
Originally, it was supposed to be delivered Tuesday, and then they changed, and they said it'd be delivered Saturday, and then they said it'd be delivered today.
Well, here, Alex, this will make you feel better, maybe. I ordered a new NVMe drive to put in my computer from Amazon.
That's interesting.
And originally it was going to be delivered on the 27th. Now they're saying I'll get it tomorrow by 10 p.m.
Is your fruitcake delivered by Amazon?
Yes, and it also says if you go to track the package, it also says out for delivery.
Possible. We get some funky deliveries around here once in a while.
I've had that happen before.
I finally got my deliveries today that I ordered over 8 days ago, and I finally got the I'll have to unplug it, but that funny little thing Doug has, that blue light thing where you plug USBs into it. He's got a 7, I got a 6, and then I got
USB
some
hub?
cheap ass tool set that I think I'm just gonna keep in the cellophane wrapper. Because these tools here look so goddamn cheap, I'll break them.
Alex, do you have the tracking number?
Yes, I do.
What's I mean, is it sitting on your porch like a lot of things do, and you just haven't seen it?
Is it a tracking number coming from Amazon, or are they sending it FedEx or UPS or?
No. It says right on here, delivery by Amazon.
What's
the
the
last
tracking number details show?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot from United States Post Office from them lately.
The tracking.
Yeah, I
number
got an
is-
email from him today while you're looking that up that says, "Oh, we're sorry, but your package that was due on the 21st will now be there on the 28th." It's coming out of Phoenix, Arizona.
The tracking. I don't know if y'all will be able to look this up, but the tracking number is T as in Tom, B as in boy, A as in apple, 304-506-693-339.
TBA 304-506-669-3339.
Yes.
You're cleared to land on runway left. Doesn't come up as a
Now,
good
everybody,
doesn't come
get
up
your-
as a good number. So let me capitalize the T. You said T is in Tom, B is in boy, and A is in apple.
Yes.
To be announced.
304-506-693-339.
Yes.
Well, on my order, it says the package was picked up in Phoenix, Arizona today and arrived at an Amazon facility in Las Vegas at 12:58 and left that facility at 5:39 today. And it'll be here tomorrow sometime at my house.
Yeah, I'm just hoping mine shows up. It's no big deal. I've already
That's
told
what I'm
them.
assuming.
I
That's
told
what I'm
everybody.
assuming happened with mine.
TBA.
So
That
when I
number does
put that
not
number
exist.
in, this is what I get. No results.
I don't think you can track a package using
Not
Google
that way. You have to go through Amazon.
Gotta go to Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
The driver might have ate it.
Didn't know that.
If they did, Chris, that'll be a first.
Well, you could find his package number, track his packages. They wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
No, they
was
wouldn't,
just
because they'd
thinking
track the
that,
IP
actually.
address. Why are you tracking somebody's ALSAC package? Because he wants to know where it's at.
Yeah, really. Because he asked me to.
Well, how come you can do that with? How come you can put a
I've gotten in
UPS
trouble
or?
with Amazon for doing that through my dad. 'Cause he got pissed off because he could have swore they lost it. So I tracked it 3 or 4 different ways. Next thing I'm getting an email from Amazon. I was like, what are you doing? Well, I called them and I said, my dad wanted me to track down a package he ordered over a month ago. We'll take care of that, Mr. Lakes. Stay out of it. All right, fine. 2 days later, it showed up.
So you're not supposed to track nobody else's package?
Right, they told me that, but I still do it.
Well, then how come you can go on Google directly and put a UPS or USPS tracking number in there?
You have to go directly through UPS to do that.
You can
At
do it.
least I do. They won't let me do it through the web. It tells me to please locate a UPS, whatever, and do it through them. But how do you do
I
that?
always type the number in UPS and it gives you an option to go to whatever. I typed in a number, tracking number in Google, gives you the option. It automatically knows if it's UPS, USPS, or FedEx. And it tells you go to those sites.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get there on time. I look for mine to be here next week, so not a big deal. I've already told everyone that they won't get their gifts until after Christmas.
Here.
When they're on sale.
Yeah, really. Didn't tell them that part.
Well, one thing we will get is the pizza place will be open Saturday for us to go pick up pizzas, so we'll be able to get that.
Well, I'm gonna go
Yeah, I
shopping.
remember when I was a kid, there's nothing that I look forward to more on Christmas than the traditional pizza dinner.
Put a link in the YouTube chat, Ken, where you can track that number if you want.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna. You should have seen my mom's face when I told her how much it cost.
Did you get a picture?
No, because I was in the car and I couldn't see, but I imagine it's one of them. Your mouth drops open as wide as it'll go moments, because it'd be about $115 for 5 pizzas.
Well, that's not bad. That's what, 25 bucks a piece? That's not bad. Up here.
They're more expensive up here. You'll spend $30 for a pizza.
I mean, if they're
I
good.
just did the other night, 29 something. I won't be doing that for a while.
I get a pizza with a white sauce and fish on it. Not anchovies, fish, white fish.
Yeah.
we listening to a broadcast or something, or what is that? I'm actually not looking at Zoom right now. I know somebody left. I heard the.
So did I. I just don't know who.
Yeah. Possibly Robert.
Yep.
Just glancing at it.
But anyway, I got the pizzas in my cart. I got the pizzas in my cart, ready to order them.
A local place or one of the famous ones?
It's Papa John's. It's the closest place to my grandma's house. It's the closest place to my grandma's house. Has pizza and it will deliver. But since we're ordering so much, we'll just pick them up. Plus, her local Papa John's, it's a one-man operation. The same man cooks it and delivers it.
Damn, that's got to be rough.
We do that.
From Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So he just has to walk up the restaurant and take it to deliver it.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's how he does it.
Well, our Domino's is down to 2 employees, so partly during the week they're shut down because they just don't have anyone that wants to work for them during the week.
That is unless you order delivery through DoorDash, which I've done once. And if I order delivery through DoorDash, of course, it'll be a DoorDash driver, so it'll be somebody different.
I had Papa John's 3 nights ago. Had a coupon and got what I would call a combination pizza with everything on it for $14.99, large one. Lasted me 2 nights.
$14.99. The Supreme pizza is the most expensive. Every other pizza I'm going to order is about $20 a piece, but the Supreme with everything is about $24.
Yeah, this one, it's not called a Supreme, but that's basically what it was. And it was, large one was $14.99 because I had a coupon. Although I did give him a decent tip, although I didn't have it dropped off at the house, I went to get it. It's only about a mile from where I live.
And you know what's funny? It still says on here on my fruitcake, arriving today by 10.
Well, they're doing you a favor, Alex.
So I'm sharing my screen with everybody. Earlier today when it started snowing, I did a 30-second it begins video. It's all it was dumb. It's already up to 366 on views.
What?
Yeah,
how's that
I know.
possible?
It's silly. And I had a reply on there or a comment on there. Somebody in Florida was like, "I'd like to." I forget how it was worded. It was something about wanting to be here and trading places and whatnot. I'm like, whatever. Wouldn't mind being in Florida. I keep getting recommended to watch my own short videos, which I don't understand. I guess I got to turn that off. There we go.
Hey, whatever works.
I had planned on, I really was wanting it to be a really good snowstorm. I really was. I was wanting big flakes, quick accumulation, just a, kind of remember turn that thing down. Big flakes, quick accumulation, a lot of wind. I was going to shoot a video. I was going to put it on the green screen. I was going to put on a t-shirt, a pair of shorts, some flip-flops, and then I was going to give you a weather report. But no, Mother Nature can't cooperate. Can't count on anything these days.
And speaking of that video you made pretending to go to work.
Oh yeah,
who's
no,
that
was
guy. Who's that guy in parentheses? Or at the whoever it is.
I'd have to go watch. It's on the video?
No, it's in your video description as Ken Stout or pretending to go to work at, and there's someone's name.
Oh, that's me. That's actually me. It says at I am Kinster08. That's my YouTube handle.
Oh, okay. I can't read words when they're crunched together like that. That's why I said, "Who is it?" Because I didn't recognize it.
Yep, that is. I need to come up with a catchy YouTube handle, but my catchy thinking right now is kind of out the door. I need some good spring warm weather to get that going again.
We got 55 right now.
We are currently at 0. It says heavy snow, but when I looked outside a while ago, of course, this is saying all of Indianapolis. There might be someplace in Indianapolis that's getting heavy snow, but we're not. Thursday is supposed to be 53 degrees.
Today is Thursday.
If the snow is still not on the ground, I know where I'm going to be Thursday afternoon.
You talking next Thursday or today?
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Okay.
The week coming up is where high tomorrow is going to be 2 degrees. I can't wait for that. Saturday 15, Sunday 17, Monday 24, Tuesday 31, Wednesday 40, Thursday 53. Friday is going to be 55, but there's a 60% chance of rain, so I probably would not try to play golf that day. But if it's 53 and halfway no wind, I'm playing golf. So, I'm going to go check to see if we've got heavy snow. Be right back. Don't stop talking just because I left.
Guess about him.
Forceful habit. Yeah, we got.
Well, it depends on the surface area you catch in the wind too. He's gonna ignore me or put me in the waiting room.
Wouldn't recommend that.
My wife wants me to go to the doctor with her in the morning to get her. She's getting looked at for about 10 minutes, but we go to breakfast afterwards. And I'm like, I don't think so.
You can sleep in the breeze and your wife will go to the bedroom.
Well, I know Alex wouldn't want to be sleeping in my apartment because I've got it down to 62 degrees.
My wife has the window open and the fire going in the bedroom. So she sleeps.
It's comfortable in here right now. It's 74 degrees. It's not too bad.
That'd be too warm for me.
It's actually too warm for me. This fan in my studio is the only fan running, but if she wants to be comfortable, that's fine. I don't care. I actually shot some more footage. I've just got to chop it up and do some short uploads with it.
What the hell is that?
6,643 people have watched the fast forward putting. I still find that to be mind-boggling.
So people that watch your shorts like to see you hit your balls.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not real sure, but I suppose so.
Isn't that what you just said?
There's one in every crowd. If you
That's a visual I don't need.
No, I don't either for now.
All I did was state the facts. Fact check true.
Have nightmares tonight.
Oh, what the hell? I'm not gonna watch this. Family Guy.
Say that as a video. Just get on, make a video.
That's just nasty. Somebody did that to my food, they'd get shot.
What?
Just watch the video, you'll see it. What the guys did. Oh my god.
What video am I missing? Oh.
So I don't understand how this comment section works in the studio. Be a stringer, buy a goat.
And when I was little, my mom always, when I was little, my mom used to always tell me not to watch Family Guy or any American Dad or anything like that. Yeah, and I still don't.
No, it wasn't the Family Guy. I guess it was South Park. Now that I'm reading the title straight,
But
the Yelper Special South Park. I thought it was the okay.
but
Whatever.
she always let me watch. She always let me watch King of the Hill.
Yeah, my mom doesn't want me to watch South Park or anything nasty like that.
I just
You need to keep your mind pure, kid. Don't be watching that South Park crap. Like, I'm an American. I'm of age. I'll watch whatever the hell I want. She still says you shouldn't. It's gonna pollute your mind. Mom, it's polluted already. It's beyond repair. Boy, she got mad at me for that. She said, "You listen to me, son. Don't you watch it, Mom?" He shut up after that.
I've known about this for a while, but I just now signed up for a seven. I think it's a 7-day free trial. It's a streaming service. It's a Christian family oriented streaming service that's called Pure Flix. That doesn't have any it's all family content. It doesn't have any bad cuss words, anything in it.
What are good cuss words so it doesn't have bad ones?
Yeah.
Marshmallow, raspberry pie, orange sherbet.
You used to be able to buy a filter where you could block out bad words on shows.
Oh, you marshmallow. Go to raspberry.
I know what you're talking about, Chris.
Guardian.
Yeah, my mom's just being controlling. She's been that way since I was 2 years old. She thinks she can tell me what to do and what to watch and what to say, who to talk to, and she legally can't. I've had lawyers tell her that, and she still won't give it up. He can't do that. He will not do that. I will stop him. And he told her, you can't legally do that. He's of age. Well, you think he is? I don't think he'll do as I tell him. No, you won't.
Okay.
She is somewhat backed off, but she still gets on her high horse once in a while.
Well, we have to be careful about what we watch when the kids are over here.
Yep.
Most of the modern cartoons are really even kids cartoons are not appropriate for kids to be watching.
Not nowadays, they're not.
No.
My son's favorite group when he was 12 was Two Live Crew. Anybody remember them?
Yep.
Guess not.
Not ringing a bell.
I recognize the name, but that's about it.
Dirty as they want to be.
I know this Saturday on MeTV, they're having a 24 Hours of Bugs Bunny Christmas.
Oh, I don't remember what station it was on. Here today, they were having like 12 hours straight of Top Gun, the original one.
Oh, wow.
Over and over again.
So is anybody playing my favorite Christmas movie today? Die Hard.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Die Hard.
No, but they're playing A Christmas Story for 24 hours straight on Saturday, I think.
Did you see anybody?
And TBS. Possibly all Turner networks. I don't know.
Oh, it's on Turner Network. It's polarized.
Sunday at 1:35 in the morning, it's on Stars, and then at 4:35 in the morning, it's on Stars Out of the West, and then Sunday at 9:05 in the evening, it's on Stars, and then again at 12:05 out of the West, and then it's on again Thursday on Encore. So it's going to be showing.
I don't keep up with it. I don't watch HBO or Stars or any normal TV channels anymore, unless I watch watching like a free TV service or whatever that has ads in it.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow because Netflix, the Knives Out sequel is coming out, and I just got a feeling I'm going to be so disappointed. I liked the movie Knives Out. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really good. So I got a feeling I'm going to be highly disappointed.
People still wonder how I can survive life after I disconnected my cable almost 3 years ago. What do you do up there all day?
Well,
Nothing. I just sit here and stare at the monitor all day.
You work at the restaurant in
Good,
South
you're
Park.
boring. Yeah, I'm boring, but I'm cheap.
he should ask our kids what he should ask my nephews what they do without internet, unless they come here because my sister disconnected their internet.
Oh, she disconnected it now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
Well,
Go back and
she's not
smoke
messing around.
cigarettes.
She means business, doesn't she?
Hey, Alex, they'll do what they did in the 70s. So they'll smoke cigarettes and read Playboy in the shed.
Because
No, none of
because
that. They probably would have got rewarded for that, actually.
unless I misunderstood, she has completely disconnected the Wi-Fi because she's got her cell phone data. So the kids only need their Wi-Fi for their tablets. So
How old are the kids?
10 and 12.
Well, don't they have their phones?
No, they don't have phones.
Where the hell are they at? Backwoods, Arkansas?
Here in Minnesota, all the young kids are getting phones at the age of 6, 7, 8 years old. Here, son, have a brand new phone. It's an iPhone. What am I going to do with it? Learn how to use it, kid. There you go. And that's what they're using. Some have Androids, but 90% of them are Apple. At 5 or 6 years old, those kids don't know what to do with it. The dad just puts it in their hands and learn to deal with it, kid.
No, they know
What
what
are they
to
going to do with it?
They
I've
know,
seen
yeah.
8-year-olds watching Netflix at school.
Yeah, I stopped by my son's the other night to pick up that Ethernet cable, and I watched all 3 of my grandchildren had some kind of an electrical device. Either it was a phone or a tablet.
And when they are on the when they are connected to the Wi-Fi on the tablets, when they're over here, they can only be on them for like an hour or 2 at a time, and then it's be off of
Oh.
Why did she disconnect the internet? Did they do something wrong?
Yeah, because
Probably didn't want-
they've kind of been kind of bad, about that here recently. But apparently that must not be too bored. And yeah, they got their. I don't know if they got them. I don't know if they got them back or not. I think so, but they've actually gotten they've gotten their Xboxes taken away before. Their Xboxes brought here and put in my dad's room, so they can't play them, and their tablets brought here, so they can't play with them. And
What the hell does she expect her kids to do if she takes everything away?
because they were grounded.
I remember when I was a child and
my
I got
God.
grounded, I used to sit at my window and look outside and go, boy, it'd be nice to be out there, but I screwed up and got myself in trouble, so I got to wait another week before I can go out there and do that. That's what I used to do.
A week? My mom
A
grounded
week.
us for a month.
No, it
We
was
had
a
a
week.
chair that my dad glued to the floor, and we'd sit there for 29 days. Now you
And
think
just-
about what you did. Well, I thought about it.
Yeah.
And they're not grounded anymore. But just the other day, the kids were staying over. Just yesterday, she was over here. The kids were going to stay the night last night, and she said, "No YouTube, no kids YouTube,
No YouTube and no what?
kids YouTube."
No, I'm not going to go there. We're on YouTube, so I'm not going to say anything. YouTube friendly, right?
I'm talking with that's what she told the kids. She didn't want the kids. She didn't want the kids watching nothing on there. And they play Roblox, which is a free game similar to Minecraft. and she's told them not to chat on the on those games.
Better be careful what they're doing on Roblox. There's some stuff there that my grandson wanted to install that on one of my computers, and I wouldn't let him.
Yep. I'll go ahead and start the end stream. I'll give the shout out. Tony Wallow, great guy. Jim, Robert Michael, John Oy Sr., Rick Lakes, Chris Garrett, Bob whatchamacallit. By the way, BH Ringer, that was good. I like your rebuttal on that. Speaking of BH Ringer, Kenny Witten was there briefly. I don't know if he stuck around or not. Jeff Ryman joined us there. Long Dog was there. Was wanting to hear some of his computer issues today. He said he had computer issues. Oh, you know what? I think Long Dog is the one Doug's trying to connect with to fix the sound.
Yeah.
I think I figured that out. Anyway, good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be early. Mrs. K is off, so I'm going to shoot for 9 o'clock again, and then I still have the Saturday evening dilemma to work out. I don't think I missed anybody. I did mention you, Greg. You heard me, right? Wake up, Greg.
Yes, I heard you.
All right, good. We're in good shape.
I was waiting for you to skip me.
I'm trying to get better. So good night, everyone on YouTube. I will see you, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow night. That's all speculation, guys. Ha ha ha. He just confirmed it.